Hello again, Michael Friedberg here from beautiful North Carolina today with the last shave of 2018. Today it's going to be two products for review. It's going to be the shave soap, the collaboration between Declaration Grooming and Chatillon Lux. This is the Yuzu, Rose, and Patchouli. It is in the Bison Tallow formula. This is not the Icarus version, but the Bison Tallow version. As you can see, an interesting color to the soap there. I've been scooping out some of this for samples for other people, so it's a bit abused, shall we say, but still plenty in there, obviously. The scent on this is just an absolutely beautiful, light, delicious rose and citrus scent with just a kind of a touch of wood underneath it. I would have not known there was patchouli in here if it hadn't been listed. For me, it's just a beautiful light rose and citrus scent. Just as soon as I smelled it at the Magrin meetup, I picked it up right away. I got both the aftershave toner and the aftershave balm, or the post-shave salve, which is what I'll be using today as well. The other product for today is going to be another Fatip razor. This is the special edition. So this is the black and gold nickel, which comes with two base plates, the open comb, as well as the Testina Gentile in gold, both in gold, so I'll be using that for today. I'm going to be using another Pole Silver Stainless, and we'll see how that goes. This will be shave number 6 on here. We'll see how far this one goes. All right, so there's the Testina Gentile head. That's the base plate going on there. I'm going to include a washer as always. For those of you who are interested, that is an M5 nylon washer with an exterior diameter of 10 millimeters, interior of 5 millimeters, and 1 millimeter thickness. Now, the interesting thing about this for me is that the special edition uses the piccolo handle, which I did not have before. So it's thinner, smaller, but much heavier than the typical handle, the grande, which is hollow. Size-wise, I think I prefer the grande. Actually, this is a little small and a little thin. Added to the weight, it actually feels a little off to me somehow. Not in a bad way, but just feels off a little bit. Brush for today. Last shave of the year, it's going to be the Steve Bento. This is the Wormy Cherry with malachite inset with the Nathan Clark Envy Knot silver tip. Beautiful brush. And of course, soap pressed into the loading bowl. So let me get my face wet again. Start lathering up. The soap, as I'm sure many of you know, is a very rich with botanicals and other ingredients, tallow-based soap. Beautiful stuff. I have found it relatively easy to work with. It's a not a difficult soap to lather, but I've been starting off with a dry brush or dry-ish brush, and then have to make sure I've loaded enough. On the one day when I normally try to underload on purpose, you know, sort of fooling around, definitely had to go back and load more out of the bowl. So I'm just doing a preload now. I'm going to add some more water to that because you can kind of hear and see that it's a little airy, a little foamy. You want to make sure that this soap is dense and pasty before you start to really build a lather. So you can hear that's already changing. Right, that's a little thicker already. I'm going to add a little more water. But that's already starting to come together a little bit. All right, just a bit more. Yeah, I love the scent on this soap. It is just a perfect mix of the citrus and the rose. It's a nice light scent. It's not overbearing or heavy. It's not a complicated scent. It just smells really, really good. All right, that I think is getting there. I like the way that looks. Yeah, so the soap will also produce a very nice, sort of a shiny, dense lather. And if you find at the beginning that you just don't have enough soap, go back. It's worth taking a bit of extra time to really get this lather right. That feels a little dense and heavy, which it should. So I'm now going to add some water to that. Wow, this is a great feeling soap. You just know right away. For a lot of soaps, you can get a good feel as soon as you begin to lather. You have a sort of a good sense after a while what it's going to feel like when it's really ready. And this feels good right off the bat. Yeah, that's starting to get to a very nice kind of creamy, dense place, but it does not have enough water in it yet. Looks good, but it's not really finished. Just a touch more water. I'm just going to sort of paint it in. And then this is a really nice knot, by the way. Like when I think about sort of high-end badger knots, this is always in my mind what I would imagine, just full and heavy, good density, very soft, not scritchy at all. There we go. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more water. Yep. Nice. The scent strength is pretty strong and it remains relatively strong throughout the shave. Not overbearing at all, but definitely distinct. All right. First pass with the Fatip Testina Gentile Special Edition Black and Gold. A very familiar feeling shave in terms of the face feel, but yeah, the handle does make a difference. I've been beating myself up in the past because I stupidly ordered a second one of the Fatips, the Grande, with the, instead of getting the Piccolo, for the open comb. But having used this handle, I'm glad I went for the Grande instead of the Piccolo. Beautiful creaminess and slickness on this soap. Really an excellent way to end off a year of excellent shaves. There we go. All right, first pass almost done. I hope the battery lasts on this one, by the way, because the battery in the GoPro is beginning to die a little bit, so I'm kind of rushing through it a bit because I want to make sure I actually make it all the way through. First pass done. Okay. In fact, what I'm going to do is, for safety's sake, I'm going to make this a 2-pass shave and just do the best I can. Oh, wow. I mean, look at that lather. Absolutely beautiful. And by the way, one thing to mention here. I realize that Declaration Grooming has released a new base. They're selling a lot of soaps in that base, and that base is fantastic. Icarus is an amazing soap base. But the fact that Icarus is as good as it is does not in any way diminish how good this base is. So please don't feel like if you're somehow missing out because you're only using the original base. You know, I just hate to see people sort of rush onto the next new thing and then somehow overlook or downplay the existing products that are themselves still very, very good. The fact that Icarus is as good as it is doesn't change the quality of this soap base at all. This soap base is still excellent. And if Icarus doesn't work for you, you're not really missing out. You can always fall back to this, and fall back is kind of the wrong term there. You can always just go back and use this because this is an excellent soap base as well. In fact, let's say that Icarus didn't work for you and this base did. You're not missing anything. All right, quick second pass. I do luckily have an extra battery for the GoPro. I think this is the original one, which it may be that it's just gone through enough recharge cycles that it's time to replace it. A lovely smooth shave too. Gorgeous, really nice. Yeah, I really, really like this soap base. It just works very, very well for me. Easy to lather. Very good slickness, good protection. Some of these shades this week have felt like, honestly, like there wasn't really much of a blade. It's so smooth and glidey. Like that stroke there just feels so frictionless. All right, am I gonna risk a super quick third pass? Let's get crazy and go for it. Remember, you save so much time and money when wet shaving. All right, here we go. Because I definitely want to get to the post-shave salve, which is from Chatillon Lux, but the same scent. Excellent, excellent collaboration, by the way, between those two vendors in terms of making scents available, both in the soap and then in the products that Chatillon Lux themselves makes. It could be Chatillon Lux, but I always say Chatillon Lux. All right, this is the against the grain pass. Let's do this quick. There we go. Oh man, great soap. Just, this is a great combination. Wow. You know what? That was a really nice third pass, actually. Smooth and clean, no irritation, no rough spots, no hot spots. Up. Good residual slickness, as you can see. All right, let me rinse my face and then towel off. And then we'll get to the post-shave salve. Man, great combo, by the way. Just easy shaves all week. I've taken my time on some of them, really gone slow. I've switched between the two base plates on that razor because you have, of course, the Testina Gentile as well as the I guess for that one, the piccolo style head because of the piccolo handle. Okay, oh my God. Do you see that? So much soap in my ear still. Okay. The post-shave salve from Chatillon Lux. This is the same Yuzu, rose, and patchouli scent. This is a very dense, like a heavy post-shave product. Not heavy in the sense that it's greasy or overly thick. It just, it's denser than most of them. This is shea butter, witch hazel, avocado oil, coconut oil, hemp seed oil, aloe vera, alcohol, emulsifying wax, and lanolin. So if you're sensitive to lanolin, then you may need to avoid this product. But the trick to this product is you have to have a damp face. It's just sort of like the toner. So just put a bit of water on your face if you've just, like I did, toweled off after your shave. As you can see, I've used very little for the last 4 or 5 shaves. So I'm just going to scoop a bit out with my finger like that. That should be plenty. Now, you basically put that in your hand and then warm it up. And then apply to a slightly damp face. And then really take some time to work it in. It goes on feeling smooth. The scent is again quite distinct. Not overpowering, but just really present. And the same combination of just a beautiful, light, crisp rose and citrus. Now, in the salve, I get a bit more of the patchouli than I do from the soap. And that's already completely worked in. So it has a oh, I got a bit on my finger there. It has a bit of a slightly heavier, a bit of a waxy post application feel, but it doesn't feel sticky or tacky. It just feels like a very nice, smooth kind of protective barrier. Post shave on the soap is very good. Like my skin, generally speaking, feels pretty supple, feels relatively well hydrated. I don't have a sense of dryness after the shave, but that post shave salve is a very nice addition to that because beautiful, smooth, kind of glossy feel to my skin. Very, very nice stuff. And it smells great, which is an added bonus. All right, I know we rushed through that, but I really don't want this camera to sort of just cut out in the middle of the shave. So let's end it right there. We'll do a really lightning quick recap. Declaration Grooming, collaboration with Chatillon Lux for the Yuzu Rose Patchouli. A beautiful soap base for the bison tallow stuff. Works very, very well for me. Easy to lather, very slick, very protective, very good post shave, just all around an excellent, excellent soap for me. Love, love, love the scent. Very, very well done. Post shave salve, which I will recap. Oh, if I can. Pressure. There you go. Chatillon Lux, the post shave salve. A nice, heavy, dense, creamy post shave. Apply to a slightly damp face and make sure you warm up in your hands before you begin to apply it, and then really work it in. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful aftershave. Let's not forget, of course, brush from my dear friend Steve Bento, this fantastic wormy cherry with the malachite inset and the Nathan Clark Envy knot. Beautiful brush, absolutely love that thing. One of my favorites. And then of course, let's not forget the Fatip special edition, black and gold. I think this is the nickel plating with the two gold base plates, which just looks very cool. Just looks, I don't know, just looks fantastic. And it's nice to have the two base plate option there. And you can swap out the handle. So I could, of course, use the grande handle on the nickel head and the gold base plate because, of course, why not? Well, that was it. That was the last shave of 2018. Thank you all again so much for watching. I've really appreciated all the support this year. You guys have been fantastic. Without you, this channel really wouldn't really mean anything, obviously. So thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate all the comments and the participation and the engagement. It means everything to me, and it's been fantastic. And let's see what we can do for 2019. Thank you again so much for watching. And until next year, which is only a week away, until next year, goodbye.